treat all players, coaches, and officials with courtesy and respect. Thank you and enjoy tonight's meeting.
Tonight's meeting will be slammed in accordance with the National Federation and CIAC rules and regulations. The CIAC is committed to the practice of good sportsmanship, and we ask everyone to demonstrate behavior that is characterized by genuine concern and respect for others. Unsportsmanlike conduct in any way or any kind may result in your removal from the facility. We also ask that tonight to keep our meeting running smoothly, that once the whistles are blown to get our swimmers up onto the blocks, that there be silence in the stands, so we can keep our meeting running smoothly and efficiently, and give your swimmers the best chance and the best time. We now ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Our first event tonight will be event number 1, the girls 200-yard medley relay. There will be 3 beats. Madam Referee.
Tonight on the NFHS Network, welcome back inside Cornerstone Aquatic Center. We are in West Hartford, Connecticut tonight for the CIAC Class M Girls Swimming Championship. As we start things off with 200-yard relay. Ledyard, St. Bernard, and Torrington are both in the pool with Alana Rubin, Ledyard, St. Bernard, and Torrington's Gabriella Prom starting things off with the backstroke. Defending champion Pomperog has again a strong program. They've won 3 straight. Last year, 748 points. Brookfield finished second with 505, and Pomperog has another very strong team. As the backstrokers have completed, Dakota Sands for Ledyard, tight with Torrington's Madeline McGillicuddy, and they're both barely separated by a half length with Ledyard's Dakota Sands in lane 4, which is on the farther side, in the brief lead. And upon the turn, and it is Sands that is able to extend a little bit further as the breaststroker for Ledyard St. Bernard. The head coach, Kate Kokomore. 11 events will take place today. The diving has already been concluded. Now the butterflyers are into the pool, and Ledyard St. Bernard with Catherine Perez. And Evelyn Orellana for Torrington is now in the water, and Torrington a lot of water to make up as it's now turned into about an 8-length lead for Ledyard St. Bernard. As crowd assembled on hand here in the Class M at the Cornerstone Aquatic Center in West Hartford. They will have 2 full heats for the B and then the championship heat. Anchor into the water, and the freestyler for Ledyard St. Bernard is Juliana Erickson. And next for Torrington will be Zalisha Borja Tapia. So Ledyard St. Bernard with Juliana Erickson has already lapped Torrington in this 200-meter relay. 227.10. Great competition tonight. Who can threaten Paparad? Can that be Brookfield? Can that be a very young Guilford program? Wethersfield having top swimmers, and perhaps they're up for it. Wethersfield finished 3rd last year. Guilford 4th in the CIAC Class M. The C final is over with Ledyard St. Bernard racing past Torrington.
Heat number 2, battle referee.
Now looking forward to our B final. Windsor in the lane 4, Northaven in 5, Lyman Hall in 6, Roger Hill in 7, Jonathan Hall in 3, New Guilford in 2, John Attack in 1, and Lamell in 2.
Lane 5, Northaven. Lane 6, Lyman Hall. Lane 7, Rocky Hill. And lane 8, Brunel.
And the backstrokers of Lyman Hall and Grace D'Amico, along with Northaven's Hannah Grimm, getting off to a good start. Now the brushstrokers, and in lane 6 for Lyman Hall, Reagan Rudman, and challenged by the brushstroker Cosma Gregg of Northaven, who is just above her in lane 5. Lane 4 in 3rd place at the moment is Audrey Michaud. Brushstroker, look how even it is. One of the 2 brushstrokers, Lyman Hall's Rudman and Northaven's Cosma Gregg. Now the butterflyers, Northaven's Kelsey Perkins is into the water. Lyman Hall's Karina Crabb. Perkins has about a half body length lead over freshman Karina Crabb. And now that has been expanded in the butterfly to nearly a full body length lead in a 200 medley relay. Well, Lyman Hall's Manalina Dell to try to close. Northaven's Avery Cullen has about a full body length advantage.
And only a final turn, Northaven is pulling away from Lyman Hall.
Avery Cullen has now built on that lead as the anchor away from Maddie Dell of Lyman Hall. It's a full body length inside the final 5 meters, and it will be Northaven out of lane 5 and Cullen. Lyman Hall in 2nd, and lane 3 rather, Jonathan Law with Sarah McCann takes 3rd. Windsor, the 1 seed, finishes 4th. Now to our championship heat.
Now our championship final.
Paparad is the 5. Is in lane 5, the 2 seed. Brookfield is the top seed from the lane 4. Last year, Brookfield won it, with Paparad in 2nd, Massac in 3rd, Wethersfield in 4th.
In lane 7, Music. In lane 8, Eastline. And your top seed in lane 4 from Brookfield High School.
Now to give you the lineup Huddersfield, Berlin in 1, Windsor Watts in 6, Massac in 7, and East Line in 8. So for Brookfield and Guilford to put pressure on Pomperaug, it has to start now. And the 200 medley relay. Brookfield out of lane 4 starts with junior Gretchen Janney. Her younger sister Mary will follow. Pomperaug starts with Caroline Silver in lane 5. Guilford with Abigail Fernandez in 3.
51-64. That record is in danger.
In lane 4, Abigail Fernandez leads the way in the backstroke with Pomperaug's Gretchen Janney. Brookfield's Gretchen Janney close, and so is Suter.
It is Brookfield in lane 4.
The breaststroke is into the water. Mary Janney to breaststroke for Brookfield with a narrow lead over Pomperaug's Mara Thompson. And good work done by both underwater. Brookfield's Merritt Janney, a freshman, still has the slight advantage, but look at Tara Thompson accelerate. And Thompson's going to hand it off to Stella Green, the butterflyer. Pretty much even. It's Pomperaug 1, Brookfield 2, Guilford 3. Midway through the 200 medley relay. Stella Green will pop up, but back in first place is Allison Gravius for Brookfield. Look at lane 3, Guilford with Ryan Cohen. Cohen in lane 3 of Guilford, and we are going to have a wire finish. Guilford's Muriel Rader in the pool to be the freestyler. Brookfield, Sophia Flagella, a freshman, and Aiblinn McNeese of Pomperaug. As they come off the turn in lane 4, Brookfield, Sophia Flagella. It is Flagella powering ahead. Flagella is going to get the job done for Brookfield to capture the 200 medley. Guilford takes second, Pomperaug settles for third. And a loud initial statement made by Brookfield and Guilford about their potential staying power tonight.
The pool is now open for a 5-minute break.
Brookfield takes it impressively.
At 6:14, the pool will close so we can start the 200 freestyle. The pool is open for a brief 5-minute break.
What a finish that was. Mary Janney, who is a tremendous and competitive young freshman racer. The Janney's mom swam at Lehigh, is a Weston High School graduate. Gretchen and Merritt got things started. And then a tremendous finish. Pomperaug's Stella Green really made that exciting by putting heavy pressure on. We are just getting started. The girls 200 freestyle is coming up in a few minutes on the NFHS network. Okay, now it works. Yep, now it works. Yep, now I hear it.
Attention swimmers, we're going to ask you to start clearing the competition pool. If you still need a little more warm down, you can head over to lane 10. We're going to ask the swimmers please clear what lanes 1 through 9 so we can continue with the 200-yard freestyle. We are asking you to please clear lanes 1 through 9 so we can get started with the 200 freestyle. We are now heading to event number 2, girls 200-yard freestyle. There will be 3 heats. Your state final, Madam Referee.
Back inside the Cornerstone Aquatic Center in West Hartford, Connecticut. Ralph Duvarchik, thrilled to be bringing you the CIAC Girls Classic Swimming Championship tonight. Second event, girls 200 freestyle. First of 3, the semi-final. Lane 4, Julia Catalini of Paparad. Lane 5, McKenna O'Brien of the Locks. Lane Catherine Perez of Ledyard St. Bernard's. Brianna Alexander of Stratford in 2. Sophie Freeman of Brookfield in 1. Lorelei Frazzini Kendrick of Wethersfield in 6. Linda Escalante of Stratford in 7. And Elizabeth Gloss of Pasek in 8. Leading the way here is Juliet Capolini of Paparad. Paparad, of course, a heavy favorite. They graduated 5 seniors, 5 divers. So this year, for head coach Mary Resavicius, they've had to become a little bit more creative in filling in all their different spots, and they've had a young swimmers step up to qualify, like Julia Capolini being one of them, as Capolini right now leads Catherine Perez of Ledyard St. Bernard's by a half body length. And in third, out of lane 6 is Lorelei Frazzini Kendrick.
We have a little bit of a race here to see final. It's turning into
and all these points matter. And when you look at what kind of damage Paparad has been able to do in this classification, they have swimmers entered everywhere and finishing high. When you look at last year, all over the place. Meanwhile, Wethersfield, with Lorelei Frazzini Kendrick in lane 6, who is hanging around, still is in vicinity. And now on the turn, Capolini still in first, but Perez will not go away. Capolini is there on the touch. And the touch with Rana for third goes to Lorelei Frazzini Kendrick of Wethersfield. Second, Catherine Perez of Ledyard St. Bernard's. So Perez and Capolini remained attached the entirety of that 200 freestyle. Now to the B final. Paparad again at a high seed with Lily Clark in lane 4. So is her teammate Madeline Dexter in 2. Kira Douglas of New Milford's in 3. Ashley Dobler of Bunnell in 5. Danielle Kim of East Line in 6. Jackie Mahan of Brookfield in 7. Olivia Kowalczyk of Berlin is in 8. And Sydney Guest of Jonathan Law is in lane 1.
And the European final, number 2 in lane 1 from Berlin High School, Olivia Kowalczyk. In lane 2 for Brookfield High School.
Paparot this year had the benefit of their pool being renovated. It was renovated last fall, so it wasn't ready for them to swim and practice elsewhere.
In lane 5 for Manel.
It was ready for the spring of 25. And then their town pool, which was also renovated, so Paparot
In lane 7 from Jonathan Law.
swimming competition
And in lane 8 from Paparot.
name-brand programs of this sport in the state of Connecticut. And now has wonderful resources and the opportunity for these swimmers to grow and improve and focus on this sport. Out of lane 5, Ashley Dobler of Brunel now has a noticeable lead.
Ashley Dobler from Brunel is taking a slight lead.
Still
Looks like she's coming away at the 100 mark.
Too close to call for second.
Looks like this heat is going to be a battle of SWC rivals. It's Brunel.
Dobler still has it, but look at second place right behind her. 4 different swimmers in contention for second. But Dobler well ahead by 2 lengths. Has 50 meters left to go.
50 left. Dobler is totally in control, but now the fight.
Out of lane 3, Kira Douglas of New Milford.
Dexter from Paparot.
Lane 6, Daniel Kim of East Line.
First 2 finals
Both
are
separated to be a
SWC.
firm second.
Douglas comes
But
off the
separation is the name for Ashley Dobler. The 2 seed here is going to smoothly touch and win by 3 body lengths. The second heat in the girls' 200 freestyle.
The winner in lane 5 at a time of 2:08.21 seconds from Brunel High School, Ashley Dobler. Ladies, you can go to the pool.
Now our championship heat.
We do ask that when you are called the top 6 finishers, please report to the turn end of the pool to receive
And
their
defending
medals.
champion Milena Brodovich of Weathersfield is back. Megan Grisanti of St. Joe's moving down to Class S. So she is out of the mix. So is third place finisher Emmy Beach last year, both of St. Joe's.
Following teams will be asked to report to the turn end of the pool to receive their
So the
medals.
field looks different for Milena Brodovich to try to go back to back.
In 4th place, Windsor Locks Co-op. In 3rd place, your bronze medalist, the Paparot
Emily
relay team of
Galkis
Studer,
of Paparot
Thompson,
finished
Green,
7th
and
last
Hayes.
year. She is
In
back.
2nd place, your silver medalist, the Guilford relay team of Fernandez, Zhang, Cohen,
Galkis out of
and
lane
Reader.
5 to try to challenge Milena Brodovich.
And your gold
Lane 3,
medalist,
Sarah
and
O'Donnell of
champion
Ledyard St.
from
Bernard's.
Brookfield High School,
Muriel Rader
the
of
relay
Guilford in
team
2.
of
Jonathan Broken
Gravis,
of Weathersfield
and
is in
Rubella.
1. Ruby Toms of East Lyme in 6. Maria Clara Matos da Cruz of Guilford in 7.
Moving on to the
And
A
Eloise
final
Dow,
of the 200
freshman of
yard
Windsor in
freestyle.
lane 8.
In lane 1 from Weathersfield High School, Sasha Broken.
Milena Brodovich has committed to Bryant. Should be signing a letter of intent this week. And she swims for the Cheshire Sea Dogs.
In lane 3
Big
from Western Co-op,
two.
Sarah O'Donnell.
Out of the pool to try to drive the
In lane
Weathersfield
5
message
from
and work ethic.
Paparot, Emily Dukas. In lane 6 from East Lyme, Ruby Toms. In lane 7 from Guilford, Maria Clara Matos. In lane 8 from Windsor, Eloise Dow. And her top seed with a time
Last year,
of 2
Brodovich
minutes, .38 seconds.
All-State
from
honorable mention.
Weathersfield High School, Malaya.
Champion in this event and the 100 breaststroke.
Your 200-yard freestyle championship final, Madam Referee.
Brodovich last year with a 1:54.53. Fast time, her prelim time just to get here was basically an even 2 minutes. So she coasted just to qualify. Probably swam at 80%, and now Bregovic into the pool in lane 4. They're trying to help Wethersfield come up with big points to continue to put pressure on Pompalov. Bregovic, not just fast, but talking to Lee Schwartzman, her head coach, she feeds the team with energy in their dual meets. Everything that she does is that the team follows. And that is positively reflected up and down the line as Bregovic, after the first 50, has the lead. Emily Dalkis of Pompalov in lane 5, just below her, is in second. We'll see Dalkis in the 500 freestyle. Very physically strong, mentally tough, and that's a great compliment. If you know it, Barbara Banks, Mary Lasovicius of Pompalov. Milena Bregovic still unable to shake free from Emily Dalkis. It's about a body length advantage. And the rest of the field is a distant third. So Bregovic trying to go back-to-back and capture another gold. Dalkis is going to make the run for it. Bregovic easily with a length and almost a length and a half, captures gold again in the girls 200 freestyle. Emily Dalkis gave for a race, a Pompalov finishing second. Third, South Carolina, Ledyard, St. Bernard. So, Milena Bregovic of Wethersfield just getting started. And we'll see her again in the 100 breaststroke and perhaps capture gold, helping a relay too. Up next, the third event will be the girls 200 IM.
Moving on to event number 3, the girls 200-yard IM. Your C final, Madam Referee.
200 IM, first of 3. Lane 4, Anna Kate O'Donnell of Ledyard St. Bernard's, freshman. And Olivia Rice of Stratford, lane 6, high schools of Hartline. Adding to Danny Wethersfield, 7, Madeline Holbut of Hazel Oaks and Addison Foley of Guilford in 3, Catherine Porter of Ledyard in 2, and Elizabeth Mann of Wethersfield in 1.
Lane 5 from Stratford.
Really excited from the Guilford program and Coach Jennifer Amosino about the potential of Addison Foley, who's dropped a remarkable 5 to 15 seconds depending on races from the start of the year to now. And what could Foley in lane 3 have for us? Here is now it's turned into the backstroke after butterflying. Foley is pretty close to Anna Kate O'Donnell, a senior of Ledyard, in lane 4. And off the turn, what do you know? It is Foley that has a narrow advantage over O'Donnell. Mom swam in college, but a huge improvement in Foley, who has been a sponge. Mom actually swam Killenworth. There's a younger sister coming up too as they turn it over now to the breaststroke. Out of lane 4, O'Donnell still keeping pace with Addison Foley of Guilford. And now the breaststroke of O'Donnell has given her separation. And right back in the picture is Ollie Bryce of Stratford in lane 5. Olivia Bryce swimmer ace has returned to the freestyle in this C final. O'Donnell is now shooting away from Bryce and Foley. O'Donnell of Ledyard, it will be O'Donnell of Ledyard. Foley takes second, third to Ollie Bryce.
Winning the C final in a time of 2:27.71 seconds in lane 4 from the Ledyard Co-op, Anna Kate O'Donnell.
O'Donnell best for prelim time by about 3
Swimmers,
seconds.
you may clear the pool. Your B final, Madam Referee.
In the B final, Grace D'Amico is the top seed of Lyman Hall with Julia Marcos of East Lyme in 5. Merritt Janney, freshman of Brookfield, is in 6. 7, Kara Thompson of Pomperog in 8. Sophia Clementon of Weathersfield in 3. Hannah Grimm of New Haven. Samantha DeMore of Windsor Rocks. And Lane 1, Gabriella Weber-Shetson of Weathersfield.
In lane 2, from Windsor Rocks Co-op, Samantha DeMore. In lane 3, from North Haven High School, Hannah Grimm. In lane 4, from Lyman Hall, Grace D'Amico. In lane 5, from East Lyme, Julia Marcos. In lane 6, from Brookfield,
Having to turn it over now.
in lane 7, from Pomperog, Kara Thompson.
Finish out the backstroke. Lane 2, Samantha DeMore of Windsor Rocks has held steady as the leader. That's on the far side. Lane 4, Grace D'Amico, senior of Lyman Hall. Now her backstroke is going to put her in front with a surge. Hannah Grimm, freshman of North Haven, is also knocking on the door. And each one of those strokes has been solid. And look at this at lane 2, Samantha DeMore did great work underwater to make this be tight again. DeMore in lane 2, bottom of your picture, Grace D'Amico of Lyman Hall. Ball is first of a touch, as now they turn it to the freestyle. Grace D'Amico of Lyman Hall, the freestyle has gone to her benefit in this second heat of the girls 200 IF. In third, lane 5, Julia Marcos appears to have a stranglehold on that. And Marcos is actually even with Samantha DeMore. It will be D'Amico. And for second, it is DeMore. But what closing speed by Julia Marcos of East Lyme, who simply ran out of pool. Marcos needed 3 more meters and she finally took second.
Before we begin our A final, we are going to ask the following medalists, the top 6 for the 200-yard freestyle relay, to report to the timers table to receive your medals. The results of the 200-yard freestyle. In 8th place from Windsor, Eloise Dow.
Now to our championship heat.
7 from Weathersfield.
And a lot to look forward to, including Caroline Sutter. Caroline Sutter into the pool of Pomperog, who should be the high scorer tonight. Lane 5, talented freshman Emma Zhang of Guilford is the 2 seed. Avery Forito of Stratford in 3. Gretchen Janney of Brookfield in 2. Bailey Messina of Berlin is in 1. Stella Green of Pomperog is in 6. Brianna LaForge is in Summer Miller of Weathersfield is in heat.
Class A champion with a time of 157.63 seconds from Weathersfield, Elena Broderick. Now we head on to the championship final for the 200-yard IM. In lane 1 from Berlin, Bailey Kassane. In lane 2
Looking
from
forward to watching Emma Zhang tonight.
In lane 3 from Stratford, Avery
Coach Jennifer Amasino thrilled with the freshman that she has this year.
from Guilford,
That have helped Guilford, not just in terms of filling numbers, but have been scorers. Emma Zhang is known since Emma was 6 years old. She was a fierce competitor for a young swimmer. And focused incredibly deeply on the details. Has already set numerous records at Guilford. Caroline Suter is in the pool for the second time. Mara Lucy Suter is a Pampero High School alum, where she swam before swimming at a top Division III program, Denison, Ohio. Dad was a football player at Pampero. There are 3 younger brothers that could be swimmers for Fran Patino someday too. On the boys' side, Lucy Suter is an assistant coach. Mom is an assistant coach for Brookfield to create a fast-moving and fun dynamic. Eyes on lane 4 and Caroline Suter. Suter in the butterfly, trying to repeat as the state champion.
Suter had a 2-second lead heading into this event, but it's a tight fight right now.
Turning it over to the backstroke, and it's Emma Zhang. And 5, Suter. Her backstroke is working to give her the brief lead.
But here comes Suter fighting back hard.
Suter and Zhang even as they conclude the backstroke. Who might make some money here on the turn
Suter takes
and the
the lead on the
breaststroke.
backstroke.
As Caroline Suter emerges first, Zhang goes right with her. And look at Zhang come forward. Zhang has now overtaken the senior Suter. And Zhang marvelously after the turn is still in the lead.
It's SCC versus SWC, and Zhang is pulling ahead. Zhang has the lead as they go into freestyle.
Zhang on the turn, and now she has built a lead that could be difficult for the senior high schooler Caroline Suter to defend the champion. Yes. It's a body length plus for Emma Zhang. She's coming close for her first gold medal. Zhang determined, showing no signs of slowing down. In the freestyle, Zhang gets to 10 marvelously, 206.84. Just 2 seconds off the state record at the end. Suter is dethroned, a 209.59. For Caroline Suter, she has a better number than she did last year, except this year it means second because of Emma Zhang's tremendous emergence and showing she is ready to win. Fantastic there. And there you see the optimism of the Guilford staff, hoping that today they will score big. And it looks like that is going to be the case. Tremendous for Guilford. Now to splash and dash, the 50 Isabella Korzynski of Weathersfield is in 4 as the top seed with Ava Burke in 5 of Ledyard. Then Ramsey of Brookfield in 3, Giovanna of Carterton in 2, Claire Smith of 6, Kate 6 of Weathersfield, Jasmine Shore of Windsor at 7, and Stacy of Massive close on the touch in lane number 5.
Your winner
It's
in
Ava
lane
Burke.
5,
Takes it. Isabella Korzinski finishes 5th out of the top seed of Wethersfield. In 3rd, Claire Smith of Wethersfield. 2nd goes to Jasmine Schroeder of Windsor.
For B final, Madam Referee.
Now the B final, before we hit the championship, East Live's Peyton Maynard is the top seed in 4 with LZ Jacobitz of East Line, her teammate in 3, Hannah Brown of Guilford in 5, Rania
In the order of the B final, from Madison in lane 1, Skyline Rocky. In lane 2, Emily Corsico of Brookfield. In lane 3, Alois Jacobitz of East Line. In lane 4, Peyton Maynard of East Line. In lane 5, in Guilford, Hannah Brown. In lane 6, from Windsor, Rena of Brogan. In lane 7, from Rocky Edge, Janice Korzinski.
Really close
in lane 8, from Martin Hall, Megan Rudman.
all on the touch. It is lane 4, Peyton
In
Maynard.
lane 4, from East
They got there
Line.
first ahead of teammate LZ Jacobitz. Actually a tie for 2nd, also with lane 5, Hannah Brown.
Ladies, you may
In
hear
4th, Rania Vidorkian of Windsor.
Before we get to our championship final, we have the results from the 200-yard IM.
Now to
We
the
ask
50
the top
freestyle.
6 please report to the timers table to collect their medals.
Brookfield graduating
In
Mia
8th place from
Hatsis.
Wethersfield, Summer Miller.
So we'll have a new
In
champion.
7th place from Berlin, Bailey
Hatsis now
Kissane.
swimming at UConn, finished 2nd
In
to
6th
53,
place from Brookfield, Gretchen Janey.
and was first
In
team
5th place
All-State.
from Windsor Locks Co-op, Brianna LaBorris.
Brookfield,
In 3rd place from Stratford,
and for head
Anthony
coach Jason
Boyko.
Page in his 9th year.
Your bronze medalist
Jason should be
from
the
Poplar
third year
High
head coach
School,
on the boys' side of the
Stella
spring.
Green.
And previous
Your silver
long-time
medalist
coach
from
Katie
Poplar
Boyd.
High School, Carolyn Suter. And your 2025 Class M champion with a time of 206.84 seconds from Guilford High School, Emma Zhang. Now as we move on to the A final of the 50-yard freestyle.
In the championship final, the
in
top
lane
seed is
1
Ella
from
Payne
Berlin
of
High
East
School, Anna Hunt.
Freshman Sophia Fragella of
In lane 2
Brookfield.
from Wethersfield,
Anchoring
Christina
the relay
Valente.
win.
In
Ashley
lane 3
Cohen
from
of Guilford is
Wethersfield,
in
Morgan
6th. Lane 3,
Tracy.
Morgan Tracy of Wethersfield.
In lane 5 from
Christina Clemington of
Brookfield,
Wethersfield in 2.
Sophia Fragella.
Anna Hunt of
In lane
Gilles
6
in 1.
from Guilford,
Leno
Aislinn
Sefcovic
Cohen.
of Massac is in 7.
In lane
And
7
Sarah
from
McMahon of
Massac,
Jonathan Law in 8.
Lena Sefcovic. And in lane 8 from Jonathan Law, Sarah McCain. For top seed from East Line High School with a time of
Ashley Cohen
24.37
finished 2nd
seconds.
last year.
Ella Page.
To Mia Hatsis, so this could be
For
her time.
championship final, Madam
Ella
Referee.
Pate finished 5th last year, so she's in a preload position too. Lena Sefcovic finished 8th last year. She is back in the final heat for Massac among the storylines. Splash and dash for a championship. We'll have a new state champ in Class M. Wethersfield with 2 representatives. Out of lane 3, look at Morgan Tracy go. And she fired out of the block. In 5, Sophia Fragella of Brookfield. It is Fragella with a tremendous final 15 to take it. Fragella takes first of Brookfield. Second, Morgan Tracy.
Unofficially in lane 5 from Brookfield.
Christina Clemington also Wethersfield in 3. Very tight. 37 hundredths of a second. We'll check that first, 24:45.
The pool is now open for a 15-minute break.
24:55.
First entries only.
The difference.
Again, the pool is open
First
for
to
a
second in the
15-minute
50
break.
freestyle.
First entries
4
only.
events complete. at the 2025 CIAC Girls Swimming Class and Championships from West Hartford on the Cornerstone Aquatic Center. We'll pause and be back in about 5 minutes on the NFHS Network.
In 15th place with 45 points, Drew Wilford. In 14th with 51 points, Rocky Hill. In 13th with a score of 67 points, Ledger Co-op. In 12th place with a score of 69 points, Jonathan Law. In 11th place with 73 points, North Haven. In 10th place with a score of 85, Mazin. In 9th with a score of 94 points, Windsor. In 8th place, barely ahead, Windsor lost Co-op with a score of 102. In 7th place with 111, Lyman Hall. In 6th place with 125, Berlin. In 5th place with a score of 179.50, Guilford. In 4th place with a score of 205 points, Weathersfield. In 3rd place with a score of 212.50 points, East Lyme. In 2nd place with a score of 220 points, Brookfield. And our current leaders with a score of 236 points, Poplar. We ask all timers and officials please start reporting back to their positions. Timers and officials back to their positions. We ask swimmers please clear the competition pool so we can get started with the 100-yard butterfly. Moving on to event number 6, the girls 100-yard butterfly, your semi-final medal referee.
And welcome back on the NFHS Network. Event 6 of 12 tonight at the Class 7 Girls Swimming Championships in West Hartford. First of 3 heats. After this heat concludes, I'll give you the updated score and our top 5.
In the water for your semi-final,
Julia Martier from Weathersfield.
Julia
Lane 3, Claire Smith, also Weathersfield. 2, Gia Lennon of Monmouth. Julia Caparini from Weathersfield. 1, Elizabeth Gosho of Weathersfield. 5, Julia Shader of Lyman. 6, Stephanie Glenn of Vermont. 7, and Danielle Kim of East Hartford.
In lane 7, Lorenzo Watts, Stephanie Clement.
Underway in a 100 butterfly. First of 3 freestyle. Out of lane 3, Claire Smith of Wethersfield appears to have a slight lead over Elizabeth Goschel of East Lyme.
Just remembering all our finals tonight, every single scores and every point counts.
Sasha Shadle of Lyman Hall now in lane 6 has emerged.
In lane 5 at a time of 108.33 seconds.
Elizabeth Goschel. Sasha Shadle made it close at the end, finishing second. And in third, Julia Cartiera of Wethersfield. And her teammate Claire Smith finishes fifth. Gia Lendon of Naugatuck taking fourth. Our second heat, we'll have two more Wethersfield swimmers, Sophia Clementon in 5 and Madeline Cardani in 6. So the score through 5 events in heat and diving, Paparag 236 is in first, Brookfield in second 220, third East Lyme 212.50, fourth Wethersfield 205, Guilford fifth 179.50. So Paparag is in first, but not by a massive margin. And up some confidence for Brookfield. East Lyme and Wethersfield in some pressure on the Panthers. They were the three-time defending champions in Class F at last year's.
In lane 4 from
And last year performed well in the state open.
In lane 5 from Wethersfield, Sophia Clementon. In lane 6
Last year
from
in the state
Wethersfield,
open,
Madeline Cardani.
Ridgefield won. Paparag was beaten. Brookfield actually outscored Paparag in the state open. Lane 4, Samantha Delore of Windsor Locks having the lead for the final 25. And Samantha Delore's butterfly is not going to be tested. It's a wide margin of victory in the second heat. Second, and the touch will be in lane 6, Madeline Cardani of Wethersfield. It's a tie with Cardani and also Sophie Clementon, both of Wethersfield.
Before we get underway with our 100-yard butterfly A final, I ask the following top
Gabriella Rimashevsky
please report
of
over
Hill
the time
finishes
table for
fourth.
their medals from the 53. Your results from the 50-yard freestyle in 8th
Now
place
to our
from
championship
Law,
heats.
Sarah McCain.
Caroline Suter of
In
Paparag
7th place from
is
Berlin,
again in this
Anna
heat.
Hunt. The following swimmers to report to the timers table to collect their medals. In 6th place from Mazik, Lena Sokovic. In 5th place from East
Last
Lyme,
year, Suter
Ella
was not
Payne.
in this event, which was won by Megan
In 4th place
Grisanti.
from Guilford,
of St.
Aislinn
Joe's.
Cohen. Your bronze medalist from Wethersfield High School, Christina Clementon.
Stella Green is back
Your
from
silver medalist
Paparag, who
from
finished fourth
Wethersfield High
last year.
School,
So
Morgan
is Ryan
Tracy.
Cohen of Guilford, who
And
finished
your
fifth last season.
2025 Class M champion in the 50-yard freestyle with a time of 24.45
And
seconds.
so is Allison Gravius of Brookfield.
Sophia Perella. Moving on to the 100-yard butterfly A final. In lane 1 from Stratford, Sierra Johnson.
So Suter in 4, Ryan Cohen of Guilford in 5, Stella Green of Paparag in 6, and Allison Gravius of Brookfield in 3.
Allison Gravis.
Abram McNeese of Paparag is
In
in 2.
lane 5 from
Stella
Guilford, Ryan
Johnson of
Cohen.
Stratford in 1. Bailey Kissane
In
of
lane 6
Berlin in
from
7. And
Paparag,
Elsie
Stella Green.
Jacobitz
In
of East
lane
Lyme
7
is
from
in
Berlin,
8.
Bailey Casanti. And in lane 8 from East Lyme, Elise Jacobitz. And finally, our top seed with a time of 58.91 seconds from Paparag High School, Caroline Suter.
Suter just finished second in the girls 200 IM to Emma Zhang. About 35 minutes ago. Suter in lane 4. And Ryan Cohen off the wall. After the first 50, Suter has the lead narrowly. And they're nearly stroke for stroke. And now with power being shown by Ryan Cohen, sophomore of Guilford. This is going to be a great finish. Suter did great work underwater and power off the wall. Caroline Suter to come away with gold for the second straight year. This time she wins the butterfly. In second, Ryan Cohen. In third, Allison Gravius improving for Brookfield. And fourth, Stella Green of Paparag.
Ladies, you may clear the pool.
Our sixth event completed.
Moving on to event number 7.
So Paparag's going to separate further from the pack with another individual win.
Your C final, Madam Referee.
Now to the girls' 100 freestyle. Paparag well represented in lane 6, Cora Tulo. And Paparag, this is a rare race where they do not have anybody in a final. Lane 4, Rania Vidorji.
The C final, freestyle. In lane 1, in lane 2, for Windsor,
Rugby, Lyman Hall is 1. Emma Burke is in 5 from Ledyard. Hannah Burke is in 4 and 7 from Adelaide at Paparag in 8.
In lane 5 for Mojo Cora, Emma Burke. In lane 6 from Paparag, Cora Tulo. In lane 7 from Jonathan Law,
That one was 50. You go all the way to the far side. Lane 1, Jamie Burke. Along with lane 3, Lucy Chernisky of New Milford. And still very even through 75.
Looks like we're going outside smoke in lane 1.
Far side, it's still Reagan Pudman.
Slightly ahead of the turn.
Down the middle, the speed of 4, Rania Vidorkian, and 5, Ava Burke. Too close to tell. I think it's Vidorkian.
Your C final
It
winner
is.
in a time of 1 minute, 0.29 seconds.
1 minute
In lane 4.
and 29 tenths.
From Windsor High School, Rihanna
32 tenths faster than Lucy Chernisky of New Milford. Third goes to Reagan Rudman of Lyman Hall.
Your B final, Madam Referee.
B final, Madison Tracy just swam. Or rather, that was a different Tracy. That was Morgan Tracy. Madison Tracy is here in 1. Lane 4, Isabella
B
Murzynska.
final in lane 1.
Madison is in 4. Jillian O'Connell, Paparag in 5. Anna Brown, Guilford, 6. Sarah McCann of Law in 7. Grace Higgins also of Law in 8. Jacqueline Mahan of Brookfield in 2, with Madison Tracy of Huddersfield in 1.
Julian O'Connor.
Lane 6 from Guilford. It's Hannah Brown of Guilford.
In lane 7 for Jonathan
Along
Law,
with Isabella Murzynska.
and in lane 8 for Jonathan Law, Grace Higgins.
It's Murzynska of Massac that has the solid advantage for the final 25 under Coach Emily DeMace. Murzynska, the coast is clear for her for the Massac sophomore. Isabella Murzynska will take it out of lane 1. Second will go to Hannah Brown of Guilford. And in third, Peyton Maynard
From
of
Massac High
Islam.
School, Isabella Murzynska. Ladies, you may clear the pool, please. Before we begin our A final,
Now the championship heat of the
we
100
have
freestyle.
our medalists from the 100-yard butterfly. Again, if you finish
Here, another
place or higher,
vacancy with CIAC having graduated.
in
That
eighth place from
is
each
Ashley
line.
Cohen of Guilford, who finished second last year.
In seventh place,
Cohen is
from
in this
Poplar, Evelyn McNeese.
Ella Pape is also back. She's the
In
top
sixth
seed of
place
each
from
line.
Stratford, Ciara Johnson. In fifth place from Berlin, Bailey Kassane.
Only 2 returners from last
In
year's
fourth place from
championship heat of the 100 freestyle.
Your bronze medalist for 100-yard butterfly from Brookfield, Allison Gravis. Your silver medalist from Guilford High School, Ryan Cohen. And your 2025 Class M champion with a time of 58.07 seconds from Poplar High School, Carolyn Swinner. Now, our A finalists for the 100-yard freestyle. In lane 1 from Berlin, Anna Hunt.
Guilford with 2 swimmers. Ella Pape in the 4, as I said, she's top seed with Morgan Tracy, who just swam a good A final on a 53. She's in 5. Ashley Cohen, seeking the championship, is in 6th in Guilford, 2 is her teammate Julia Rader. In 7, Ruby Toms. In 8 of East 5, Sophia Fragella of Brookfield in 2. Christina Clementon of Wethersfield in 3, and Anna Hunt in lane 1 of Berlin.
Ruby Toms. And our top seed in the 100-yard freestyle with a time of 53.67 seconds from East Line, Ella Pape. Your championship final, Madam Referee.
Underway in the 100 Freestyle Championship. After the first 50, still very tight up the middle.
Back in 2024.
Now in a lane 3, some separation for sophomore Christina Clementon of Rosefield. Lane 6 is from the line. Ashley Cohen seeking her gold medal after being runner-up last year. Cohen is drifting back. A new name has emerged. Morgan Tracy, junior from Wethersfield. Down the final 5 meters. Tracy in lane 5. Tracy on the touch. Wethersfield. Tracy victorious. Pape of line finishes 5th. Second goes to Ashley Cohen for the 2nd straight year. 3rd to Sophia Fragella of Brookfield.
Swimmers, you may clear the pool.
So Wethersfield inches closer as they capture a gold medal tonight. Christina Clementon taking a big jump this year, says Coach Lisa Sportsman. Swimming club for the first time. It's been noticeable with the Meriden YMCA, as with her teammate Morgan Tracy, who was also in that final. They've devoted themselves, and now we're seeing the fruits of their labor, the lonely labor that swimmers can experience with those early mornings, 5 a.m. in the pool. Our 8th event. Now the 500 freestyle.
In the water, the C final, the 500-yard freestyle. In lane 1 from Brookfield, Serena Belgrava.
Abigail Page, Rocky Nosey, Ben Evans of Poplar in 5. They're the top 2 seeds. Adeline Dexter of Poplar in 6. Sky Ianati of Massacre 3, Lily Clark in 2, Poplar, Brookfield, Serena Bevilacqua in 1, Olivia Kowalczyk Kowalczyk of Berlin in 7, and Brianna Alexandri of Stratford in 8.
And in lane 8 from Stratford,
Kowalczyk has also taken big steps this year for Berlin to make the 500. Also swims for the Meriden Seals, and with a great work ethic, promising next year for Livia Kowalczyk of Berlin under head coach Tyler Castellone.
Blue and Edinburgh High School swimmer finished 20 laps of the pool. This being all that's what you see there. We have lane 6 and he's slightly ahead with a Pop Rock teammate tracking right beside.
After 5 laps, lane 3, Sky Ianati of Massac held the lead briefly, and lane 5, Bennett Evans of Pomperog. And lane 6, Madeline Dexter, also of Pomperog, is in the vicinity. Approaching lap 9 in the C final. And still Sky Ianati leads in back of Massac High School. And in second, lane 5, Bennett Evans of Pomperog, and Madeline Dexter of Pomperog is in 6. Approaching 10 laps completed of the 20 in the 500 freestyle. And Bennett Evans, her pace of Pomperog brought her even with Sky Ianati. Also making a move is Madeline Dexter to now basically be even with Bennett Evans. Still too tight to distinguish between Sky Ianati of Massac in 3 and Bennett Evans of Pomperog in 5.
Still Ianati, Evans, and Dexter, your top 3. Evans started slightly ahead. Dexter kind of hanging in there with her, trying to get that ground and start the ball.
Dexter is close. Dexter out of lane 6, bottom portion of your screen, among those 3 leaders. Bennett Evans now at a lane 5 in the middle of your screen. She would be considered the leader. That'll be run for the final full lap. Dexter in 6.
Here comes Ianati fighting back hard in lane 3. But Evans has this well in hand. Evans taking advantage, fighting to the ball.
Teammate Dexter, look at Dexter right here. Dexter! And by a 10th.
Final winner in time of 5:52.77 from
seconds.
High School.
Evans over teammate Madeline Dexter to capture the 500 freestyle. C Heat. Sky Ianati settles for 3rd.
Swimmers, you may clear the pool, please.
Now to the B final. Top seed is Catherine Raffaelli of Stratford. Maria Claros Matos da Cruz of Guilford, hoping to score and help Guilford's case to work their way further up the top 5. Guilford does have representation in the A final. Annabella Hurlbut is in 6 of Windsor Locks. Sasha Broken of Weathersfield is in 3. Laura Kuhn of St. Joyce.
Eloise
Matos da
Dow.
Cruz
In lane 2 for Guilford.
Eloise Dow.
In lane 3 for Weathersfield. Sasha Broken.
East line
In
is
lane 4 for Stratford. Catherine
Rocky
Bobby.
Hill is in 8.
In lane 5 from Guilford, Maria Clara Matos da Cruz. In lane 6 for Windsor Locks, Annabelle Hurlbut. In lane 7 from East Lyme, Elizabeth Groschel. And in lane 8 from Rocky Hill, Gianna Skarzinski.
It's Nora Kroon early out of lane 2 through 4 laps. And lane 4, Catherine Raffaelli of Stratford. Nora Kroon still narrowly for Guilford.
As we come into the 200, our leader is
Still
from
about a half body length lead
Nora Kroon.
over Raffaelli of Stratford and Matos da Cruz.
Supported from Stratford and her teammate, Matos da Cruz of Guilford, right on her heels.
Weathersfield will also have representation in the A final and the freestyle relay next. They've won it 3 straight times in the state. Great source of pride for Coach Lee Schwartzman.
As we head to the 250 mark, it looks like we have an exchange for the lead. It's another Guilford swimmer.
And lane 5,
It is
it's
Matos da Cruz. Belly is going with her. As they are looking at the sophomore in the bus, it looks like it's going to be Stratford versus Guilford.
and Catherine Raffaelli of Stratford.
Sasha Broken from Weathersfield.
Back to a clear second.
It is a full-horse race for the B final of the 500.
Body length and a half advantage.
Matos da Cruz is starting to pull ahead to a comfortable
And then
lead.
for third, Sasha Broken of Weathersfield and Nora Clue
But
of
the
Guilford.
fight is going to be for second in this B final.
Now Maria Clara Matos de Cruz has continued the tempo until her stroke remains very steady. And the lead has expanded to 2 full body lengths. After lap 15, and it's close to one of the challengers having to make a move.
But here comes Broken for Weathersfield, starting to get a little bit of distance on the defensive for second place.
Sasha Broken is now a firm
Matos de Cruz, who's at this race, running and fighting for second and final. We have the brother who was our top seed, and then Sasha Broken right next to her. We have the sophomore pro who went where we were going. It's been a tight fight for second. Matos de Cruz is ringing the bell. And here comes Sasha Broken to start her last 50.
Broken remains in second for Weathersfield. As the Weathersfield faithful right next to me, trying to cheer her on and make this interesting. The bell has been rung. 5:25. Maria in a big final. Broken still back legs behind. Maria Clara Matos de Cruz in the second heat of the 500.
Swimmers, you may clear the pool, please.
Now to the championship heat of the 500 freestyle.
Final of the 500-yard freestyle.
We'll have a new champion.
For the 100-yard freestyle. Again,
The top 3 of last year are not participating or have graduated.
In the 100-yard freestyle, in 8th place,
Actually making the top 4. Last year, Brianna LaForest of Windsor Locks finished 5th. She is in the 500.
In 6th place from Berlin, Anna Hunt.
Emily Daukus finished 7th last year. She is here. And so is Allison Gravius of Smithfield. And All-Stater Milena Bregovic is here for Weathersfield.
Sophia Rivera.
So Bregovic,
Your
200 freestyler, and the champion. Now will extend to the 500.
And your 2025 Class M champion with a time of 53.90 seconds from Weathersfield High School, Morgan Tracy. Moving on to the A final, the 500-yard freestyle.
So in 4, LaForest of Windsor Locks, Bregovic of Weathersfield will challenge her at a 5. Emily Daukus, senior from Pomperog in 3.
In lane 3 from Pomperog.
This is her strong suit for Daukus.
In lane 5 from Weathersfield.
Super Miller of Weathersfield is a freshman in 2. Sarah O'Donnell of Ledyard in 1. Madison Kelly of Weathersfield in 6. Allison Gravius of Brookfield in 7. And Abigail Fernandez of Guilford in 8.
In lane 8 from Guilford, Abigail Fernandez. And your top seed with a time of 5:16.84 seconds from Windsor Locks Corrupt, Brianna LaForest. Your 500-yard freestyle championship final, Madam Referee.
After the first lap, Brianna LaForest has taken hold. LaForest is only a sophomore of Windsor Locks. And LaForest gliding along now to a healthy 1-length lead. And Milena Brodovich of Wethersfield next to her is in second. And LaForest has now increased that lead. It's a full 2 lengths.
At the 200 mark, it looks like LaForest has this race well in hand.
And third is even. But Brodovich could be biding her time. Remember, she is a state champion again in the 200. So if she can get it to be a sprint, she may be able to catch LaForest and if she stays attached. That lead is now 2.5 body lengths.
Dukas is starting to pull ahead and starting to close in on Brodovich from Wethersfield.
And at lane 3, Emily Dalkus of Pomperog is in the vicinity. Coach Mary Rasavicius lauding how mentally tough she is. And Dalkus missed the race that tests that toughness.
Leaving the building.
And it's now 3 body lengths for Brianna LaForest on Milena Brodovich.
This is getting a real fight.
Laps completed of the 20 in the 500 freestyle to capture the gold medal. And now it's safe to call it 4 body lengths for Brianna LaForest. Had the experience of swimming last year and finishing 5th in this event.
12-yard lead on her nearest competition.
And for Brodovich running out of time to make a move. This is lap number 17. And Brianna LaForest is taking the drama out of this event. At the bell sound, it's easily 3.5 to 4 body lengths for Brianna LaForest of the Windsor Locks Co-op. Under head coach Samantha Longyon. LaForest extending the lead further to 5 body lengths. Brianna LaForest touches in at 5:12.17. Drawing away her preliminary time. Milena Brodovich takes second. For third out of 3, Emily Dalkus Radovich last year a 5:18.38. So she improves by 6 seconds a year later to win the 500 freestyle in her sophomore year. That is tremendous work for LaForest, obviously devoting herself to this sport and this grueling race of the 500. Brianna LaForest, a gold medal champion in the 500 in Class M from Windsor Locks. We'll take pause and be back with 3 events left. When we resume, it'll be the 200 freestyle relay on the NFHS network.
The competition field is clear. We're moving on to event number 9, the girls 200-yard freestyle relay. We're moving on to event number 9, the girls 200-yard freestyle relay. Your semi-final. Again, we're going to ask the officials and timers to please report back to their stations so we can get going with event number 9, the 200-yard freestyle relay. If you are in the semi-final, you should be warming in the blocks. Event number 9, the 200-yard freestyle relay, your semi-final, Madam Referee. In the water for your C-final in lane 3, Torrington. In lane 4, London Hall. In lane 5, Malta. It's going to be a tight fight between London Hall and Malta. London Hall is the top seed this evening with 2-minute .15. Malta is 5 seconds.
Underway, the 200 freestyle relay. First of 3 heats with Lyman Hall in 4, Torrington in 3, and Magatok in lane 5. Ralph Bigorchik with you. Weathersfield, Guilford kind of hanging around, jockeying for position for second behind Paparov. So what will conclude a wonderful night for those programs. Out of the 200 freestyle relay. Lyman Hall. Lyman Hall with Sophia Cooper. Able to touch with Lucy Burke of Naugatuck in 5. Lyman Hall takes it. Naugatuck takes second, and Torrington finish up with Gabriella Prom is in third.
Ladies, you may clear the pool, please.
Now a full house for the B final. Ledyard St. Bernard's is in 4. Jonathan Law in 5 and 3. New Milford.
Your B final.
Windsor Rocks is in 6. Brunel in 7. Windsor in 2. North Haven in 1. Rocky Hill in 8. Looking ahead to the A championship. Again, Weathersfield, led by Milena Brnovich, who will be in the water first, trying to make it 4 straight state titles.
In the water for the B final, in lane 1, the relay team from North Haven High School. In lane 2, Windsor. Lane 3, New Milford. Lane 4, Roger Kellogg. Lane 5, Jonathan Law. Lane 6, Windsor Lux Co-op. Lane 7, Benell. And in lane 8, Rocky Hill.
Lane 6 Stratford, Ciara Johnston, and could be the leader as she hands it off for Ollie Greist. And the second leg of the 200 freestyle, or rather I should say out of Windsor Locks and Mackenzie Cormier of Windsor Locks in lane 6. But winning the sprint now, Windsor's Gracie Monroe. Also leading lane 4, Ledyard St. Bernard's Julia Erickson. And 5, Alexandra Oliveira of Law are both close in second. Windsor in lane 2 with Catherine Ciccarelli. But in lane 6, what an explosion from Isabella D'Alessander of Windsor Locks. She's in lane 6. 5 and 4 of Law's Aubrey Oliveira and Ledyard's Ava Burke. They're very tight, but in lane 2, Windsor's Catherine Ciccarelli has added to the lead. Now the anchor Audrey Michon.
Windsor still holding the lead, but here comes Windsor Locks on the
Ledyard with second, in second. Law in third, Sydney Guest.
Windsor going for home, and here comes Windsor.
For the final 15 meters. Ledyard with Sarah O'Donnell down the middle. The anchor, Ledyard with a blow-by. Sarah O'Donnell takes the heat for Ledyard Co-op. Finishing in second. Windsor with Audrey Michon. Jonathan Law with Sydney Guest in third.
They're in relay team. Ladies, you may clear pole, please. Before we move into our main final of the 200-yard freestyle relay, we have our results from the 500-yard freestyle. Again, if you finish in 6th place or higher, you can come over to the timers table to collect your medals. In 8th place for Ledyard Co-op, Sarah O'Donnell.
Now the 8th final with defending champion Huddersfield. He's 5 and 5. In 3 is Guilford with Ashley Cohen leading off. Hopperog in 2, Brookfield in 1, Stratford in 6, Massey in 7, Berlin in 8.
In 4th place for Wethersfield, Summer Miller. Your bronze medalist from Hopperog High School, Emily Bacchus. Your silver medalist from Wethersfield High School,
Wethersfield bringing back Brodovich and Georgia Gracie as part of their freestyle relay championship team. Guilford has Coleman Baxter finished second last year, and Hopperog finished third, while Hopperog has an entirely new group.
Now moving on to our main final of the 200-yard freestyle relay. In lane 1, Brookfield. In lane 2, Hopperog. In lane 3, Guilford. In lane 5, East Line. In lane 6, Stratford. In lane 7, Mazick. In lane 8, Berlin. And in lane 4, your top seed, the relay team of Brodowitz, Tracy, Miller, and Clementon from Wethersfield High School. In a speed time of 1:41.79. Your A final, Madam Referee.
And down the water for the 200 freestyle relay. Alana Brodovich of Wethersfield is in 50. Before giving it to Morgan Tracy.
A time of 1:37.
Ashley Cohen will try to get Guilford started out of lane 3. And it is Cohen with the advantage. Brodovich, though, really struggling to get with her.
Exchange, it is Hopperog and Wethersfield. Guilford and Wethersfield, sorry.
Now into the pool is Tracy of Weathersfield. Muriel Rader in second of Guilford. But it is Weatherfield in control, looking for their fourth straight state championship in this event. Next is freshman Summer Miller of Weathersfield, followed by Hannah Brown of Guilford. And in lane 2, Paparazzi, Bennett Evans. The battle for first is heated. Miller of Weathersfield and Guilford's Hannah Brown. Third at lane 5, East Line with Julia Marcos. Line has Ella Pape as their anchor. The anchor for Weathersfield is into the water with Christina Clementon. Clementon given a lead of a length and a half.
I don't know about 137.
Guilford's Addison Foley. But it is Clementon separating to win by 2 full lengths, 4 straight years for Weathersfield to win the 200 freestyle relay. A thrill. Lee Schwartzman putting up the 4 fingers. Guilford takes second, third to East Line. And Weathersfield with a big win to help in their chase for a top 3 spot.
5-minute break. We will resume.
Paparag finishes in 6th. So there was a window of opportunity for some challengers to really push second. We'll advance on now to our 10th event after a 5-minute break. We look ahead to the 100-yard backstroke in a moment. FHS Network. Underway with the girls' 100-yard backstroke. And we'll give you a scoring update, the team score after 9 events in a moment. Lane 4, Sophia Ciccarelli of Guilford in the backstroke, has an hour lead over I believe, cousin Catherine Ciccarelli in lane 5 of Windsor. Lane 6, Grace Higgins of Law. Aislinn Maccabee of Windsor Locks in 7. Julia Cuccinelli of Lyman Hall is at 8. Sophia Egan of Law was 1. Hannah Evans of Buffalo 2. And Julia Cartier of Wethersfield 3. Taking it is Sophia Ciccarelli. Ciccarelli, they're not related, it's a slightly different spelling, with Catherine Ciccarelli of Windsor finishing 3rd, second to Hannah Evans of Pomperaug. So through 9 events, here's the whopping news. Wethersfield has now passed Pomperaug, the 3-time defending state champions. 470 for Wethersfield, 428 in second for Pomperaug, Guilford 396.50 third. East Lyme in 4th, 369.5. Brookfield 369.5 point behind East Lyme. So it is tight for 4th, within striking distance for 3rd for those two, and Pomperaug with massive work cut out for themselves the rest of the way. Pomperaug with Hannah Evans just scoring. And now the B final. Pomperaug goes up 4 Tulo, and in 6 and Gianna Beldelli in 8. Brookfield has Catherine Moore 2-3. Stratford Sierra Johnston is the 4 seed in the 100 backstroke. Abby Fernandez of Guilford in 5. Neil Welch of Berlin in 7. Lena Coleman of East Lyme in 1. Anna Kate O'Donnell of Ledyard in 2. For the final 50. Lane 4, Sierra Johnston of Stratford.
Sierra Johnston is going ahead, trying to get a win on the board.
In second, Anna Kate O'Donnell of Ledyard.
And it looks like she's going to do it. And she comes in with a score at a time of 104.60 seconds.
And it is Johnston of Stratford, who shaves off a half second off of her prelim time. In 3rd, Anna Kate O'Donnell of Ledyard. 2nd went to Abigail Fernandez of Guilford. And now the gold medal heat on the 100 backstroke. Lena Sefcovic, who finished in 2nd last year from Massac. She is back. So is Gretchen Janney, who finished 3rd. Ryan Cohen back, who finished 4th.
Top 6 to collect their medals.
So is Grace D'Amico of Lyman Hall in 5th. And Avery Fonito of Stratford. So it's a loaded field for the 100 backstroke championship.
In 4th place, Stratford. Your bronze medalists from East Lyme, the relay team of Jacobins, Toms, Baracos, and Cape. Your silver medalists from Guilford, the relay team of Cohen, Rayner, Brown, and Foley.
Pomperaug will be represented
2025 Class M champions
in lane 8. The Abeline McNeese, junior from Pomperaug. And now these are pressure swings for Pomperaug. Well, they need scoring. 470 to 428 after 9 events. So Pomperaug is going to need a championship win in a relay.
In lane 2 for Lyman Hall,
and to do further damage up and down the line in the breaststroke. So there is still a path for Paparad to win.
Ryan Cohen. In lane 6 from Stratford, Avery Coito. In lane 7 for North Haven, Hannah Graham. In lane 8 from Paparad, Adeline McNeese. And our top seed with a time of 58.78 seconds from Brookfield High School, Gretchen Janey. Your women's backstroke championship final, Madam Referee.
So Sefcovic of Massac in 3, Janney of Brookfield in 4, Ryan Cohen of Guilford in 5, Fiorito of Stratford in 6, Grimm of North Haven in 7, McNeese of Pomperaug in 8, Isabella Murzynska of Massac in 1, Grace D'Amico of Lyman Hall is in 2. And the 100 backstroke gold medal. Pomperaug needs a performance. Gretchen Janney of Brookfield, they would love to take this to push Brookfield up towards Guilford in the 3 spot. Guilford with Ryan Cohen capable of winning a gold. Through the first 50. Lane 5, Ryan Cohen of Guilford. As she pops up, still the lead with Gretchen Janney of Brookfield. Tight with Cohen in 5. In 3rd, Lena Sefcovic of Massac. In lane 4, Gretchen Janney by a head over Ryan Cohen of Guilford. And Guilford making a move. Ryan Cohen, it's close. It's Cohen of Guilford capturing the gold.
Your winner in lane 5 from Guilford High School.
She wins it by 4/10 of a second
8.9 seconds.
over Gretchen Janney of Brookfield. Taking 3rd, Lena Sefcovic of Massac.
Ladies, you may clear pole, please.
That's the tightest race of the night. So Cohen brings Guilford away from the pack with that win to try to hold off East Lyme and Brookfield.
We are now moving on to event number 11. The girls 100-yard breaststroke.
Brookfield does score.
Your C final, Madam Referee.
Brookfield was 30 points back. But that could seal at least 3rd place for Guilford. Now the girls' 100 breaststroke. Gracie Monroe of Windsor is in top seed in 4. Lainey Stillway of Massac in 5. Sylvie Otter of East Lyme in 3. Kira Douglas of New Milford in 6. Kylie Stark of Berlin in 7. Isabella Korzynski of Wethersfield in 2. Darcy Dombrowski of East Lyme in 1. And Audrey Michaud of Windsor in 8.
Your C final, Madam Referee. In the waters in C final, in lane 1 from East Lyme, Darcy Dombrowski. In lane 2, Sylvie Otter from East Lyme. In lane 4, Gracie Monroe from Windsor. In
line. Congratulations to Honor for being the gold medalist. She edged out Lyman Hall's Sarah Blazejowski to capture the diving event last Thursday. Honor will be participating in the State Open on Saturday, contributing to East Line here as a swimmer in the 100 breaststroke. With a substantial lead. Now Weathersfield with the advantage of the Paparog, so these little mini points matter. Kozinski takes it. In second, Gracie Monroe of Windsor. So these mini points, substantial. I think it's worth 8 points to win a C final. But this is creating serious separation on Paparog, where Paparog may have to win the A final from Kara Thompson. And then the freestyle relay, big, with a big gap on Weathersfield. So things are lining up for Weathersfield to take home the state championship. Second heat, Weathersfield represented with Madison Tracy in 3, Adriana Vordolakis in 4, Jill O'Connor of Paparog in 5. They could use a big win here. Kelly Price of Stratford in 2, Lucy Zabisky of Milford in 1, Julia Eisenstein of Brookfield in 6, Cosby Gregg of North Haven in 7, and Nora Cohen of Guilford in 8. Milford after the first 50 has the lead. Now at a lane 4 erupting is Adriana Vardalakis of Weathersfield.
Adriana has the lead. Julia Watson. They come off the final turn. Adriana
on the far side, look how close it is with Lucy Chernisky and Milford. Third is Paparog and Julian O'Connor. Out of lane 4, Vardalakis of Weathersfield. Vardalakis keeps the touch and Weathersfield continues to score. Julian O'Connor of Paparog takes second.
Who said the finals in order? Ladies, you may go cool, please.
Now the championship heat.
Before we get underway with our championship final,
Again, Weathersfield and Paparog both represented.
Underguard backstroke, event number 10.
But here where big points
Again, reminder,
are
finish the top
accrued.
6. Please go to the timer's table.
Paparog not only needs a victory, but they need Guilford, or rather Weathersfield, and Madison Kelly has to come up with a top 5 showing.
In 6th place from North Haven, and
And Paparog, my sense is they must take this.
Avery Gordo.
And even with the 400 freestyle relay, they would also need Weathersfield to perform poorly. And perhaps there is a chance.
Your silver medalist from Brookfield, Gretchen Jamie. And your 2025 Class M champion with a time of 58.89 seconds.
Again, last check after 9 events, it was Weathersfield 470, Paparog 428.
Now moving on to the championship final.
That's basically a first place relay difference and a 7th place relay difference. And Weathersfield has sprinkled in points all over the map.
In lane 2 from East Line, Julia Marcos. In lane 3 from Paparog, Kara Thompson. In lane 5 from Brookfield, Mira Cheney. In lane 6 from Weathersfield, Madison Kelly.
all heat in the 100 breaststroke as the 1 seed. Merritt Johnny in 5 for Brookfield. Kara Thompson of Pompano in 3. Madison Kelly of Weathersfield in 6. East Lyme's Julia Morcos in 2. Emily Kosciuszko of Brookfield in 1. Lauren Galliata of Windsor Locks in 7. Catherine Raffaelli of Stratford in 8. Pop Rock needs a win, bar none. Weathersfield just needs Madison Kelly to have a respectable performance. Minimum in this match. Weathersfield could say goodnight.
Zhang is clearing it out.
Out of lane 4, Emma Zhang of Guilford, who won a state championship earlier. Emma Zhang through 50 might be coasting to the 100 breaststroke. Zhang won the 200 IM, unseating the defending state champion Caroline Cedar, who was in her event. Zhang is only a freshman. Look at this.
But here comes Madison Kelly from Weathersfield in lane 6.
It's about a 4 to 5 meter route.
Emma Zhang is checked out. She's got a
Zhang is going to make everybody else out. In third, second, Kara Thompson of Paparong. Zhang will take it from Guilford. A star has been born. Emma Zhang, as a freshman, wins her second state title. A 105.87, she blitzes the rest of the field. She wins by an even 5 seconds
is open for
over Kara Thompson of Paparong. Third, Merritt Johnny of Brookfield will break for 5 minutes, and I will come back and have the scores and what scenario exists in our final event, the 400 freestyle relay on the NFHS network.
In 10th place with a score of 171, 11 in all, We have a tie for 8th place. Tied for 8th place, the two SWC teams, Mazin and Stratford. In 7th place, with 219 points, Windsor Wascoa. In 6th place, with 230 points, Berlin. In 4th place, with 473 points, Brookfield. In 3rd place, with a score of 494 points, 494. And our seesaw battle between our top two teams. Currently in second with 526 points, Paparov. And our current leader going into the last event with 537 points, Weathersfield. Guys, everybody's lead going into this last event. We're going to ask swimmers, please start clearing the competition pool and make their way over to lane 10. If you need to warm up, lane 10 is open. We're going to ask that timers and officials please make their way back to the starting blocks so we can get underway with event number 12, our final event of the night, the 400 free relay. And now we're getting to event number 12, our last event, the 400-yard freestyle relay. Your C final, Madam Referee. In your C final, we have a great team from Torrington. Let's hear it for them as they time trial this 400 free relay.
Underway in the 400 freestyle relay in the semi-final.
Madeline McGillicuddy, Hannah Slattery, and Gabriella Brown. They are seated in a time of 5:26.66 seconds.
Tell her to get the person in the pool. There we go, there we go.
Damn.
And two is in the water.
Sorry, Erica, could you print me the You're watching Torrington, the lone team of the C final with Jalen Gallagher, Madeline McGillicuddy, Hannah Slattery, and now Gabriella Prom in our 400 freestyle relay in the final leg here by Prom. Updated scores. It's going to be fascinating to watch this unfold as soon as this is over for the Torrington Raiders. Then we'll have a B final with all late 8 lanes occupied, and then our A championship before we say goodnight.
3 lanes down, 1 to go. Torrington's last tour, enters the water. What's there from?
Check that was Hannah Slattery, and now Gabriella Prom, good for the 400 freestyle relay.
It is not easy to swim one of these events alone.
Gabriella Prom will have final 50, but it will be fascinating, and the energy here for the A final is going to be awesome. We've already had a great crowd because this is being swam on a Wednesday night here at the Cornerstone Aquatic Center in West Hartford. Standing room only. To see some potential history being made in the freestyle relay 400, as well as an overall team champion. Gabriella Prom, a junior, to finish it out. Torrington improves their seed time by 7 seconds, so congratulations to Torrington in their final swim of the night, greatly improving seed time numbers. That's what you love to see. Their progress pays off that coaches can point to, and for coaches of Torrington, Brian Arnold and Paulina Kalaki. B final, Lyman Hall in 4, North Haven in 5, Windsor in 3, Stratford in 2, Berlin in 1, Massac in 6, Rocky Hill 7, Naugatuck in 8. So here's where it stands, folks. Going into the A final. Weathersfield, 537. Pomperaug trails by 11 and 26. Guilford, 494 and a half. Brookfield, 473. Eastline, 413. Weathersfield has never won a state championship, boys or girls. They need a good performance, not great, to win it, even if Pomperaug catches first. Weathersfield must finish 4th place or above, and they would win the state. Pomperaug would need to finish first and hope Weathersfield finishes 5 or below.
Lyman Hall has the lead, but here comes Windsor.
And second swimmers into the water. Out of lane 3 for Stratford. Make that lane 3 for Jasmine Schroeder. Lane 4, Lyman Hall's Grace D'Amico. This is Grace D'Amico with the lead in the second leg. Windsor's Jasmine Schroeder is within nearly 2 body lengths. And in third, North Haven with Avery Cullen.
North Haven on Windsor, but here comes Massac.
Windsor further, Lyman Hall further extends with Grace D'Amico. And D'Amico continues to build on that lead. It's up to 4 body lengths. D'Amico is going to give that to Sasha Shadle.
Windsor, a slight gap over North Haven. Massac fighting hard in 4th place.
And D'Amico doing great work, and now Sasha Shadle the same. She has kept up that advantage of nearly 5 body lengths over Windsor. Windsor's Gracie Monroe in the water. And this B final Lyman Hall is making it be anticlimactic. It's a comfortable 5 to 5.5 length lead. And the separation is easily 10 meters. Julia Cuccinelli now in the water, the anchor for Lyman Hall to finish this draw. Now in the water for Windsor is Eloise Dow. But is it too late? Julia Cuccinelli keeping an advantage of easily 8-9 meters. Place now belongs to North Haven all of a sudden, as Grimm has caught Eloise Dow. Meanwhile, by herself in lane 4, Julia Cuccinelli of Lyman Hall. The battle is for second. Cuccinelli is in lane 5. North Haven, Hannah Grimm steals second. Third for Windsor and Eloise Dow. Make that third actually Masuk with Elizabeth Gruss after Anastasia Maletska started it. Fourth place for Berlin. The Windsor clock perhaps malfunctioned, so they will have to go to the hand timer. Windsor's off the board, so is Naugatuck. It appeared that Windsor had finished third. Now they have adjusted it, but let's see what will happen when it goes final as Naugatuck and Madeline DeRosa will finish.
They come in at 5:17.31 seconds. Ladies, you may clear the pool, please.
It is Lyman Hall first, North Haven second, third Masuk that snuck in out of nowhere. Windsor ends up seventh. Fourth to Berlin with Livia Kowalczyk having made up a lot of ground in the 3 spot, and then Adeline Jortner finishing.
In 7th place, Windsor Locks Cobb, Roland Galvatore. In 6th place, to Weathersfield, Madison.
So we'll move to the final. So again, here is the scenario.
Stratford, Catherine McCully.
Weathersfield 537, Paparad 526. An 11-point lead. Weathersfield, of course, cannot be disqualified. For Paparad to win, they would need a DQ of Weathersfield or for Weathersfield to finish 5th or below. All Weathersfield needs to do is finish in the top 4.
The 100-yard breaststroke from the time of 105.87 seconds from Guilford High School, Emma Zhang.
That's it for Paparad, so pressure on the Panthers. It's no longer in their hands. Guilford with a 494.5 is in third. Brookfield 473. And East Lyme in 5th. All 5 of these programs are in the final. But it's really only about 1st or 2nd. 3, 4, and 5 are locked in. looking forward to bringing you this one. Paparag will be in lane 4. Weathersfield with Milena Brodovic in 5 to lead it off. East Lyme in 3, Brookfield in 2, Ledyard in 1, Guilford in 6, Windsor Locks in 7, Law in 8. And we're hoping to rescue our above camera for this key moment.
As we begin to get ready for our championship final, let's announce the teams. In lane 1, Ledyard Co-op.
So unfortunately, we'll have just one camera here for this tremendous moment.
Lane 3, East Lyme.
Weathersfield in front of me, all standing with nervous anticipation. Weathersfield has never won a state championship, boys or girls.
In lane 7, Windsor Locks Co-op. In lane 8, the Pride of Milford, Jonathan Law. And our top seed in lane 4, the relay team of Score Green, Emily Dugas, Evelyn McGeese, Colin Sealer, the top seed of the 347 flat, Paparag High School. The 400-yard freestyle relay championship final, Madam Referee.
No, it wasn't.
To win the state championship in Class M, will it be Weathersfield or Paparag? Weathersfield starts off with a lead of 11. Milena Brodovic in lane 1, the starting 9. Stella Green of Paparag in 4. Weathersfield must finish in the top 4. Anything Paparag does will not matter. Lane 6, Guilford with Ashlyn Cohen leading the way. Paparag in lane 4 right now in 4th place. Paparag will have Emily Daukus to follow. On the far side, lane 2, and Sophia Flagella leading off for Brookfield is now in 2nd. Cohen is going to deliver first to Ryan Cohen out of lane 6 for Guilford. Meanwhile, Weathersfield in lane 5, now with Morgan Tracy, also around 4th place. But Paparag needs to get the job done and win this event. In 6, Ryan Cohen. In 5, Morgan Tracy of Weathersfield.
But here comes Weathersfield.
Paparag with Daukus about in 4th. Madison Kelly up next for Weathersfield. Lane 6, Ryan Cohen with the advantage over Morgan Tracy. So far, so good for Weathersfield. Lane 6, Guilford in the water with Nora Kroon. Guilford, 3rd place going into this one. They are locked into that, but they would love to bring home gold for a relay. Weathersfield with Madison Kelly. Really tight with Kroon here. So for the final 50 for Kroon and Kelly.
It's nothing but Weathersfield and Guilford. Paparag starting off the edge of Brookfield.
And Wethersfield taking the lead with Kelly. Poparog with Evelyn McNeese making it close. And now the anchor's in the water, and Poparog will rely on Caroline Suter to bring them home. Wethersfield with Christina Clementon. After the first 50, it's still Guilford now with Emma Zhang and Christina Clementon as those two come back and pop up underwater. Fortunately, we have regained our camera and the top down for this tremendous moment. Wethersfield just needing to finish top 4 to win a state championship. They would love to do that as a relay winner. It is Emma Zhang at a lane 6 separating on Clementon. It is Zhang that takes it. Wethersfield takes second. Wethersfield completes the Portland first state championship. Wethersfield wins. They've unseated the 3-time defending champions Poparog as Poparog finishes in 3rd. Wethersfield celebrating, surrounding Coach Lee Schwartzman. The first championship, boys or girls, at Wethersfield has just been accomplished.
That concludes our events for the evening.
Lee Schwartzman in his 19th season. Imagine the journey that he has experienced and now gets to relish. These Wethersfield swimmers, all the youth and the depth of this Wethersfield team. Big hugs here off down to the right for Lee Schwartzman. Congratulations for Coach Schwartzman. After 19 years, victorious here with his Wethersfield girls. And as they finish in second in the freestyle relay, that is finished off impressively by Emma Zhang, who is the star that was born today for the state to witness. Wethersfield celebrated second place in the proper way because it got them a state championship. Poparog's 3-year run has come to an end. Poparog had the opportunities. They had Caroline Suter in the water, but Suter ends up finishing about 2.5 seconds, almost 3+ seconds off of Emma Zhang. Zhang carrying Guilford home. Guilford impressively tonight. They finish in 3rd. Brookfield takes 4th. East Lyme will be 5th once it's made official by our scorekeepers. Wethersfield will for certain celebrate this by jumping in the pool. The only question is, will Lee Schwartzman take off his orange Nikes when he jumps in?
We have our final scores. The
entire Wethersfield team, even the girls that were not competitors tonight, the full roster is going to jump in the water. And I have an answer. Lee Schwartzman has taken off those orange Nikes. He is about to jump in when the announcement is made. Euphoria on the Wethersfield side. It happens to be right in front of us.
In 4th place, East Lyme.
Wethersfield got scoring up and down the lineup. Returning All-State senior Milena Brodovich, Morgan Tracy, Christina Clementon. Up and down the lineup tonight for Wethersfield.
Your silver medalist, the relay team.
Madison Kelly as part of the relay.
Morgan Tracy, Madison Kelly, and Christina Clementon from Huddersfield. And finally, our 2025 Class M champion in the 400-yard freestyle relay. With an earth-shattering time of a 3:39.01, dropping nearly 10 seconds from their seed, the relay team of Ainsley Curran, Ryan Curran, Nora Curran,
Guilford shattering that time, as you just heard, by nearly 9 seconds from their prelim to their freestyle relay. That's just because Emma Zhang got even better a week later. Spectacular from Guilford. They will be heard from in the future. And now they will go down and give the final team totals and places. Wethersfield cannot wait to jump in the water.
In 16th place with 100 points, New Milford. In 14th place from Milford, no relation, Jonathan Hall with 173. In 13th place with 180 points, Northampton. In 12th place from Ledger Co-op with 191. In 11th place, Windsor with 200 points. Your top 10 from Lyman Hall with 209 points.
Lee Schwartzman doesn't know what to do with himself. He is still fired up.
In 8th place,
And the adrenaline that he has never experienced before as a coach after 19 years.
58 points, Berlin.
The hours it takes
In 6th place with
to put together quality teams just to get here. And then to go up
In 5th
and with
place,
limited championship experience for his young team to come up and just chip away in every race, come up with scoring, and have the entirety of his roster produce. And it's the little things.
In 3rd place,
Having multiple swimmers finish in the top 5. All of that accrued as Weatherfield took the lead.
Guilford High School.
Wethersfield took the lead around after the 8th event,
Our final two
and they did
teams.
not look back.
It was a tight battle determined by 13 points. Our 2025 Class M runner-up, all the way from Southbury, Connecticut, the Panthers of Pompano High School with 538 points.
It's a 13-point margin for Pompano, and now Wethersfield getting ready for this moment.
With a whopping score of 591 points.
599 for Wethersfield. Wethersfield, you may enter the pool. Congratulations to the Wethersfield staff, and truly a full team win, as it always is. And Wethersfield will go into the State Open, certainly being asked about what this night was like. And I think the simple answer is, it was about everybody. Congratulations again to Wethersfield, your 2025 Class M state champions, the first state championship in either boys or girls swimming in program history. That'll wrap it up for our entire crew here tonight. My name is Ralph Binorchik, saying so long and goodbye, and thank you for watching the 2025 CIAC Class M Girls Swimming Championship on the NFHS Network.